Live Fit Podcast, episode 74. Why I Live Fit and How You Can Too.
Welcome to the Live Fit Podcast with Glenn Johnson, your resource for all things that contribute to good health. You will hear expert advice and interviews with leading authorities on fitness, food, fat loss, mindset, and the mind-body connection. You will find show notes, articles, and health programs at livefitpodcast.com.
Yes. It is time once again for the Live Fit Podcast. I'm your host, Glenn Johnson. Thank you, everybody, for listening. It truly is an honor to have you here, so I really do appreciate it, and I want you to know that. In this episode, I'm going to talk about why I live fit and how you can too. In other words, what does Live Fit stand for? I'm going to tell you my mission statement, my philosophy, why I do what I do, and most importantly to you, my approach to what I do. But first, I'd like to read a recent iTunes review for this podcast. This was by Tracy Mann. This podcast is one of the few fitness nutrition podcasts that gives real, accurate information and that gives its experts enough time to be absolutely clear and precise. These are difficult topics, and it can't be described or explained properly in sound bites. Glenn is an expert on the topic and an outstanding interviewer. Plus, he makes it fun for the audience. I've listened to a lot of these, and this is the best. And Tracy Mann gave me 5 stars. I thank you, Tracy Mann. And if you leave me an iTunes review or Stitcher review, I will read that on the air as well. So once again, thank you. I really do appreciate these reviews as they help me hone my craft. I am here for you. I'm doing this for you. And if you're not enjoying it, I want to know why, what I can do to make sure the content I give you is helpful, is valuable, and is really making a difference. If it's not making a difference, shoot, I can listen to myself talk without having to put it over the internet. So I can do that in the car on my way to work. I don't need to do all this. So I really do want to help you. All right, well, enough of that. Let's get on with the show. What does Live Fit stand for? Well, my tagline is, it's a practical and efficient approach to better health. Yeah, I know. It's kind of boring. But you know what I say? As far as your health goes, boring is good. Because then you can add the excitement of your choice. What do you want to do? Do you want to hike? Do you want to bike? Do you want to swim? Do you want to explore foreign countries? Wouldn't you rather have the choice of the excitement you receive rather than a doctor or maybe the excitement you get in a hospital? I know I would. My mission in life is to empower 1 million people to incorporate good, healthy habits into their daily lifestyle. This includes physical activity, smart nutrition, and a mindset toward improving health. My philosophy is simply a practical and efficient approach to better health through smart nutrition, realistic exercise, and a long-range positive mindset. Yeah, they're a little bit similar, but still different. I also believe that anybody and everybody can improve their health if they want to. At LiveFit, I work to bring you the most up-to-date research and practical knowledge to help you live fit. I use my website with articles and resources. I send out a newsletter every week. I have a podcast every week that includes various experts in the health and fitness and wellness industry. I use every resource I can get my hands on to try to help you figure out what's going on, what you can do to live healthy and fit. The reason I podcast is because I like hearing and learning about the different approaches a person can use to become healthier and the different aspects of each of these approaches. I mean, think of all the different approaches you can take just in the mind, mindset, attitude portion of a person's health. The body is a lot simpler. Exercise, as confusing as that is, it's way simpler than the mind. And nutrition, it might seem pretty confusing, but it's still a lot easier than the mind. So in order of difficulty, Body's the easiest, nutrition, and then the mind. But, once the mind leads, the body follows. There's a myriad of reasons holding most people back from stellar health and fitness today. Some of those are fear of failure, fear of success, failed attempts in the past, crabs in a bucket syndrome. This is where the people around you hold you back. They want you to stay with them, and every time you try to advance, they feel bad. They feel like they're being left behind, so they pull you back in. Lifestyle habits are also a cause for people's failure to achieve the health and fitness they desire. Friends, workmates, housemates, children, jobs themselves, busyness. There's also medical conditions leading to learned helplessness. I know medical conditions are genuine, but sometimes they get exaggerated or prolonged. In fact, I knew a trainer once, and I didn't realize this at the time. When she had a cast on her leg from a broken foot, when she finally got it off, she said to me, "Yay, I can finally exercise now." And I looked at her and I said, "You mean that lower leg, right? Because you've been working your arms and your other leg and your core. You have the whole torso you can exercise." She only had a broken foot. And she kind of looked at me and as if it hadn't even occurred to her. And she said, "No, I haven't been doing anything." For 3 months, she wasn't doing a thing. And this is a personal trainer. So if somebody like that who already has a good, healthy, and fit lifestyle can fall victim to learned helplessness, so can you. But if you're aware of it, it just might not happen or might not last as long. Now, there certainly is a reason for giving your body time to rest or not draining your body when it's trying to heal and recover, but it doesn't mean you need to lay on a couch the whole time. So there are many, many, many reasons why people are not in the shape that they want to be and physiologically could be. So obviously, I podcast. You're listening to one right now. I choose topics and guests for my podcast that are based on the expertise of their field. So anybody who's an expert in something that can contribute to a person's better health, wellness, or fitness, nutrition, any of the things that fall under that umbrella of health, there's a good chance I'm going to have them on my show at least eventually in some department. In the past 73 episodes, I've had renowned doctors such as Dr. Edward Abramson, who is a well-known behavioral psychologist. He's written extensively about emotional eating. I read his book about 10 years ago, and when I was putting together the predecessor of my current program, Live Fit Classic, I used his book quite a bit as a resource. I also have it on my resources page at livefitlean.com/resources. I have a ton of books there that I've read and used to educate myself, to glean information for my programs or my coaching. So take a look there and see if there's anything of interest to you. I've had Dr. Loren Cordain on the show. He's one of the founding fathers of the paleo diet. Dr. Barry Sears, author of The Zone. This guy, through this book, Enter the Zone, literally changed my life. He changed the course of my career. I was off in a completely different direction when I read his book, and I discovered and learned, and my eyes were really open to the fact that food can be a drug. Sugar is a drug. It acts on the body like a drug. But you know what? We can control it. We can control our hormones through food. We can balance our blood sugar. We can balance our weight. We can have that control with the things that we eat. Not all foods are alike. Not all calories are alike. And this guy, Dr. Barry Sears, showed us that in The Zone. It came out in 97, but it is still valid today. Nothing has been disproven. I've had guests on such as Timber Hawkeye from Buddhist Boot Camp. I've had an Olympic athlete, a Guinness Book World Records attempter, and Canada's Personal Trainer of the Year. I've interviewed experts in CrossFit, motivation, colonics, holistic nutrition, holistic medicine, life coaching, Pilates, flotation meditation, hormones, hemp, functional medicine, and even the dairy industry. I've spoken on topics such as how to lose belly fat, how to break the sugar habit, how to lose weight, how to increase your metabolism, how to set a goal, and of course, how to stick with it, and how to stay young and vital. I've also spoken about high-intensity interval training, hydration, electrolytes, stretching, self-sabotage, fear, holidays, metabolic syndrome, and how food can be used as medicine. Yes, it is a drug. And then there's Dr. Will Hardin, who is so awesome he deserves an entire series. He has a vast knowledge about chiropractic care and all of the influences that can have, not to mention the digestive system, and, well, a whole lot more, and there's more to come. The diet industry thrives on attracting people to their products. They're really good at marketing. Really good at marketing. There's a new something or other every week to help somebody lose weight. And people clamor to it. So, of course, there's going to be more and more. People buy it, then they come out with something new again. The thought is that the newest shiny thing will be the magic formula to help this person or that person get there this time. But where's there? Well, is there the perfect body? Is that what they're seeking out, the perfect body? Or maybe at least as perfect as it was in high school or college? Are they seeking good fitness, good health, happiness, more money, a spouse, a better job? You name it, the underlying reasons are out there. Superficially, a lot of people want to lose weight. But underlying that weight loss they think they want, there's a lot more. But, and I'm sorry to say this though, after talking about the diet industry, but guess what? Dieters never win because diets don't work. In fact, I used to have a sign in my office that read, "Dieters never win." And this used to put people off. Some people are even a little bit insulted by that. I understand, because there is one thing the diet industry does successfully sell, and that is hope. Everybody who starts a new diet has hope that this one will work. This time I will lose the weight. However, it never seems to really work like it should, does it? Have any of you listening ever been successful at losing the amount of weight that you wanted and kept it off for any length of time? A year? 3 years? 5 years? I know that some of you listening have been on diets and have lost weight. But I also know that statistically speaking anyways, and I don't know each and every one of you personally, but statistically speaking, you've gained it back, haven't you? That's sad. It's a shame. It's horrible. It's very demotivating, depressing. What happened to that hope? The hope is dashed. Was the book a lie? No. Really, diet books work. They do, if you follow them. But the trouble is that weight loss, health improvement, it has to begin in your mind. It cannot be found in a bookshelf. The hope can be found on a bookshelf. The tools can be found on a bookshelf. But it really has to come from inside you for there to be real change. If you want to change your body, you need to change your mind. It's as simple as that. Aaron Brown said it in episode 22. To change your body, you have to change your mind. This is why I give a variety of experts in their field the light to talk to you on my show or in my blog posts. One never knows what will make the light bulb turn on. But if you keep searching, but not for a diet book, you will find it. But you have to look inside you, not outside. There's something not quite right. You know that. But what is it? You might not know that. You might. And are you doing what you can to correct it, or just trying to put a Band-Aid on it? We're all going to get somewhere eventually. You might not take the most direct route. You might be avoiding the very thing that will help you the most. But if you get there eventually, that's great. And that's one of the reasons why my demographic, the people I target, the people that really respond the best to me, are pretty much over the age of 45, because they have enough life experience and maturity to know that there is no quick fix. There is no magic bullet. There is no magic wand I can wave over you. There is no magic potion or words I can say other than common sense. Now, I know some of you may be saying that I'm being hypocritical. They might be saying, hey, Glenn, don't you sell a couple of diet programs? And I would give the short answer, yeah, but the real answer is not really. I offer 2 programs that are designed to guide a person to better eating and better, smarter physical activity. I also offer personal health coaching. And that I give the person what they need. But most people are kind of confused with nutrition and exercise. They don't know what to eat, when to eat, how to eat. Maybe they don't want to belong to a gym, or they don't like exercising at all. Well, I can help with that. My programs, my weight management programs, by the way, they're weight management, not weight loss. They are not meant to stand alone, but they do work in conjunction with a healthy lifestyle and a positive mindset. They're not at all meant to be a quick fix. They're also not a program that you ever need to go off of. Now, the thing about diets is you start a diet, then you finish a diet, or you quit the diet at some point. At some point, you're not going to be on the diet anymore, right? You start it, maybe you get sick of it, you fall off the wagon, you go on vacation, whatever happens, you don't like it anymore, or you complete the thing all the way through to the end. But at some point, you're going to be off the diet. With mine, you don't need to. You can. But what most people do is they just sort of learn what they can, learn what they need, and then they kind of drift into their own habits that still fall within the philosophy of my program. My programs are not strictly reducing diets. They can be used as such, but they could also be used to gain weight. But this is what is meant by weight management. You control it. You are in charge of your weight. Take control of your body. If you want your weight to go up, I can help you. If you want your weight to go down, I can help you. If you want to put on muscle, I can help you. If you want to lose muscle, I could help you, though I don't recommend it. I don't starve people. I teach people to eat healthy, and I teach them healthy, realistic exercise habits. It really is about good habit development. I mean, think about it. Most people who are overweight and out of shape are so because of their habits. It's extremely common. We work too much. We play too little. We stress out way too much. A lot of stress on our plate. We're busy. People calling us all times a day in many different directions. There's strings attached to us. You know what I mean. And then, appetizing, delicious looking, delicious smelling, appealing food pops in our face on TV, on billboards. A guy walks by us. A guy drives by us. Domino's car drives by delivering pizza to somebody. Wouldn't that be good right now? Even the radio. There's an entire network dedicated to food, to cooking. Lots of cooking shows. If you're not into cooking, you might not watch those shows, but then again, you might. Because it looks good. Most of them are pretty calm and appealing and nice to watch, even if you're not a chef. I watch some of those shows, and I don't really care to cook all that often. But the thing is, this stuff adds up, and food is everywhere, and it's a quick fix, and it's a Band-Aid, and you know this. You know eating that pizza tonight is not going to make your life any better, but it's going to feel good and taste good at the time. It might even numb you enough where you can just fall asleep and sleep all night. And that might get rid of some of your stress, right? Okay. One problem ticked off for the day. But you know what? That's not a long-range plan, and that's not going to really help you out over time. But this is where I come in. With my coaching, we will look at your nutrition, at your exercise habits or lack of, and at your mindset. And I will help you find a practical approach to make the little tweaks in your lifestyle that will turn things around. My programs and my coaching take a look at three things: nutrition, exercise, and mindset. So with nutrition, the first thing I'm going to do is find out what's available where you live. Do you live in a food desert, or is it plentiful? Do you live in farmlands and can get a lot of fresh produce, or is it really expensive and hard to come by in the winter months? The next question, can you afford it? And the third question, what is the healthiest food that you can afford and obtain realistically on a regular basis? Not your long shot where you have to drive to the other side of town or 20 miles away to pick up your organic apples. Next is exercise. What do you like to do physically? Is there any exercise you like to do? Any sports or just any kind of physical movement at all? Is there something you like to do? Gardening maybe, going for walks, or perhaps you like riding a bike or running or going to the gym. The next question is, what will you do? Not what you like. In fact, I'll tell you, swimming is a fantastic workout, and I actually kind of like it, but not enough to do it. Seems strange, right? I'm a decent swimmer, but there's something about getting in the swimsuit and going to the pool and getting wet and then swimming. It is just not appealing enough for me to actually do it. Once I'm in there and once I'm swimming, I dig it. And boy, do I love it when I'm done, because I feel fantastic. Nothing makes me feel like swimming does, well, except maybe riding a bike, because the bike is magic, as you guys know. So with exercise, not only what will you do, but how much time will you do it? If you like walking, is that like 15 minutes at a time, or is it 2 hours at a time? What will you do? One thing I'll help you with is to find things that you can sneak into your day. You know, you don't have to go to a gym and spend an hour sweating. You could spend 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, another 5 or 10 minutes, then maybe, a 20-minute walk or something. And there's your workout, because it does add up. All right, now the mindset. This is the tricky part. Will you succeed? Can you succeed? What is stopping you? What has stopped you in the past? What is your health worth? Is it worth a few moments of dissatisfaction or discomfort? Is your health worth more than a moment of pleasure? Are the feelings of failure worse than the feelings of discomfort? Are the feelings of guilt worse than the feelings of discomfort? For me, momentary enjoyment is not usually worth a long-term pain or guilt, discomfort, or dissatisfaction with myself. I'm not perfect. I don't eat perfectly all the time. In fact, I had some ice cream today. That is definitely on a list of a food that's not very good for you. Even the best ice cream, most healthy ice cream, is not all that good for you. But you know what? It was worth it. I rode my bike for 2.5 hours today. I needed some calories. I decided those calories were worthwhile. After the end of my bowl, I finished it, and I was satisfied, and I had zero guilt. Yet, if I didn't do that bike ride, I probably wouldn't have had that ice cream. Live Fit can teach you to eat and exercise intuitively. In other words, you can kind of do what I did tonight with the ice cream. Do you want the ice cream? Yeah. Should you have the ice cream? Do you deserve it? Can you handle it? Will it set you into a tailspin where you have to eat the entire bucket? Will you have it every single day? Or can you have a bowl, be satisfied, and walk away? That's intuitive eating. Because once you have that, it's yours. You own it. You have it for life. You might need some reminders now and then. You might slip up, sure. But you can steer your own course right back to good, healthy living. That is what it's like to live healthy, fit, and free. This is why I'm here. This is how you can live fit too. This is how I'm helping 1 million people find good health and fitness. Will you be one of them? Thank you.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Live Fit Podcast. Please subscribe and share with someone you care about. Read show notes, articles, resources, and learn more about our weight management programs at livefitpodcast.com. Once again, thanks for listening, and always remember to live fit.